So, like I said, I will have either somebody introduce me to the group, or I will just introduce myself, and I'll just give a short intro, my name, mother of 3, wife, nurse, and doTERRA wellness advocate. And then I will give my experience with essential oils and how that inspired me to do this as a business. So just something really short and quick, just to let people know a little bit more about yourself. And then I'll just go through the natural solutions guide. So I just read off of here, essential oils. I'll just say what essential oils are. So essential oils are aromatic compounds. They're volatile compounds, so they evaporate really quickly, but they are derived from plants, plant parts, flowers, leaves, stems, the bark, the resin. So you can just describe what essential oils are. There's 3 ways to use them: topically, internally, and aromatically. So either I will always have a diffuser diffusing in the class that I'm doing. I usually like to do something citrusy, so maybe like a citrus bliss or an On Guard. I was doing On Guard when it was fall, flu season. So it's still flu season, it's springtime. You can do a lemon, lavender, peppermint, because that's a good allergy blend. So diffusing is always a good thing to do. And then I will tell people the 3 different ways that they can, use them. So I say that I trust and I know that doTERRA has great quality oils, and that's why I will ingest doTERRA's oils. And there's a lot of other products that have essential oils in them. So those are the 3 ways. I'll tell them that essential oils work on a cellular level, so they go all the way down into the cellular level to repair and to address issues there. Like I said, it's all described in this. I might give some safety tips at this time too when you're introducing oils, and you can say, oils never go into the eyes or the ears. And if you have a sensitivity issue with them, sometimes people put a little bit of peppermint too close to the eyes, or you might smell something and get a little bit something on your nose or on your lips. It starts to burn. On Guard, oregano. I'll give a few examples of the hot oils. On Guard, anything with cinnamon. Oregano is a hot one. So those, and peppermint, those you want to dilute. So I will explain what a carrier oil is, and say that, any oil that you have, olive, vegetable, avocado, you can use coconut is one of my favorites to use. I use coconut a lot. You can even use lotion. So I'll just do a quick, you could do a quick example later when you start to do your oils, and I'll just tell them that, I put like a little dollop of lotion in my hand or oil, and then I'll add a drop or so, and then use that, and then use that however I'm going to apply it. And then I'll just talk about why doTERRA is different. So in this part, I'll say how doTERRA has the co-impact sourcing, and they source where the plant is indigenous to. They have very stringent third-party testing. They have 7 different tests, I believe it is, that they do. You can now track the bottle from on the website Source to You. You can track your bottle and see the different processes that it went through. Co-impact sourcing is something that is awesome to talk about, because it describes the relationship that doTERRA has with the people that are harvesting and distilling the product. And so that's something very unique to doTERRA. Healing Hands Foundation is something that you'd want to talk about in this section, because it stands doTERRA apart from the other essential oil companies and the humanitarian work that they do. So I'll talk about how vetiver comes from Haiti and helps the communities there. And there's some other ones you might want to look up before you do a class, but that's definitely something that I talk about. I talk about how doTERRA is different. And then I will continue with oils. So the oils that I like to use, I'll use a few. I want the group to get an experience with oils. Some people may have never had an experience with essential oils, and doTERRA specifically is so different than other oils that you don't need a lot. A little goes a long way, and I'll say that in my class. So I will usually do aromatically first. So I may pass around peppermint and citrus bliss or a wild orange, and just you can have them smell the peppermint and smell these different ones. I'll have them drop one drop in their hand, in their palm, and then have them rub together, and then just have them inhale so they can actually get like a really good aromatic experience with it. So you want to let them have it aromatically. Then you can do topically. So topically, I'll usually do Aroma Touch, or yeah, like Aroma Touch is something that I use if people are not sensitive, because it has some oils that may be a little bit stronger. So I'll have them, you know, pick an area that usually their shoulders. I'll have them put a drop of Aroma Touch on their neck, and then they can experience the tingling throughout the rest of the presentation. So after that, then I'll have them do something internally. I'll offer them a glass of water with some of the oils that you can ingest: wild orange, grapefruit, On Guard, lemon is a great one. And as you're doing this, then you can specifically talk about, you know, what those oils are good for. So while I'm passing around Citrus Bliss, I talk about how Citrus Bliss is a mood enhancer, and it's great to cleanse the air, detoxify the air, because it has citrus oils in it. If you're going to use lemon or wild orange, lemon is a great one to talk about because it has cleansing properties. It balances your pH, so a drop or two in the morning with a glass of water. You know, just give people examples of how you would use them on a daily basis. So I'll go through oils one by one. So lemon is one that I will speak about. Peppermint is another good one. Peppermint I don't use as frequently. I usually use it mostly in either cooking or in the diffuser or in blends. So peppermint is a really good one. I've used it a few times for my kids for fever. So just like how I'm telling you now, this is how I'll do it in the class. Lavender, you know, another thing too is that I talk about oils that I have them fill out a little piece of paper in the beginning of the class, and I have them write down their name, their number, and 3 things that they would like to address, and they want, you know, essential oils to help them address these issues. So I collect those in the beginning of the class, and before the class starts, and I will look at them. They're mostly the same common things. It's usually stress, sleep, relaxation, acne or skin issues. Those are the most common ones. So, you know, a lot of the oils that I'm already talking about address all of those. So I make sure to hit those points when I'm speaking about the oil. You know, lemon you can use for cleaning. It also helps you detoxify your body. It's a great one all around to use. It kills germs in the air, so it's great to diffuse. It smells great. It's an odor eliminator. So you can do talk about lemon. Lavender is a good one to use. So I'll try to use the oils that are in one of the kits. So lavender I'll talk about for sleep, for any skin issues, to help with sleep, like, you know, occasional restlessness, or to help with some skin irritations, or you know, things like that. So I will try and highlight certain oils that I'm going to talk about and then use in the class. Another one I will always talk about is frankincense. Myrrh actually has a lot of the same properties, and it's actually cheaper. But frankincense comes in the kit, so I will talk about that. And that's an additive, it's an added benefit oil. I feel like it just helps with the therapeutic effect of anything that you're going to use. So I will always use that on top of most of my other oils. It's great for skin blemishes. It has a lot of anti-aging properties. There's a lot of other stuff that you can talk about in the setting of a class rather than something like this in broad. So if you have any questions, just let me know. But that's basically what I will do for the class. Try to keep that short. You can talk about a lot of the other products. The Lifelong Vitality Pack is a great product to talk about, so I will discuss that, how that's changed. I have some examples of how that's helped people in my life. My sister specifically is a story that I'll talk about in the class. Thanks, sis. Can you go turn off the water in the bathroom, please? So talk about the products. I say how I use the vitamins and the probiotics and the Lifelong Vitality Pack for us at home as our supplements. And then they have a lot of other products you can talk about. I like to have booklets that I have at the class so they can see some of the products there. Basically, that's it. So then you just go over the different things that the different products that you're going to talk about. And then, and then you can do, and then I'll have people check off, like I said, during the class, I'll have them check off on this list, check off products that they want to get, so that way at the end of the class, which is where we're getting to, but I'll also talk about, so I'll talk about the product, and I'll talk about how great essential oils are, and then I'll talk about the business side of it. So I, will say how I chose to do this as a business, because I wanted something different for my daily career. I have a career in nursing, but in the operating room, and I don't get to be outside. I love this because I get to talk to people, and I get to, have my kids. I can work and have my kids be home and work from home. It just gives me so much more flexibility. So I'll talk about the business side of it. And if people have questions about that, I'll tell them a little bit about it and how doTERRA is different. doTERRA has compensation plans that are different than most multi-level marketing, and was something that was intimidating at first, but you get to be your own boss, and who doesn't want to do that? So then I say that I work with different types of people that enroll. They either just love the product and use the product and enroll and want to do that, and that's it, and that's fine, because I try and help people get to their goals and address their issues that they want to address. And then there's people that love to share. I give a free diffuser for every host that hosts the class. So, people love to get together, or they think, oh my gosh, my uncle or my aunt or my cousin, and I have a dad, my mom, people that would benefit from these oils. So they kind of start a list going in their head and just say, hey, if you are wanting to do a class, we can do a class at your house or wherever you'd like, and we can have people over, and you can get a free diffuser. And then hopefully, introduce oils to those people and help those people that you love. And then there's people that do it as a business, and there's people that can see themselves presenting a class or making an income off of this, and the least it's gonna pay for your oils. And so how I started. I was like, well, hey, I can do a class or two, and that can, enroll people, and that'll help pay for my oils, and it does. So I'm trying to, keep going on, and hopefully eventually I can tell you that I quit my job, which have a lot of people have done in this business, doing this business. So it's something to look forward to, and to keep reaching for. So after I talk about a little bit about the business side, then I will say, okay, when you guys are ready, we can go ahead and look and see what kit, fits you best. So then I'll go ahead and go through the product list that they have and see what kit they have and what they want. Just the membership, just always talk about the membership and the loyalty rewards program. The loyalty rewards program is a great program incentive, and it's something that's not mirrored anywhere out there. Bank of America I'll always use as an example and say that they give you 3%, 1%, 3%, 2%, and 1% back on purchases. Well, doTERRA is giving you up to 30% back on your purchases. So things like I said that I do, I'll tell them, I do my daily grocery shopping sometimes at doTERRA. My shampoos, my face wash, my skincare regimen, my supplements. I'm getting money back on all of that, and I'm going to be spending that anyways. So that's just something good to talk about. The loyalty rewards program is a great way for people to take advantage of all of the products that they have. You can also talk about how they have the product of the month every month. If you place your order and it's $125 before the 15th of the month, then you get a free product of the month. So for spending stuff that you're going to be buying anyways, you'll get something for free. And then another good thing to talk about is just buying in a kit usually saves you a lot of money in the long run. So I will make sure to point out that there's two different sizes of bottles. So there's a 15 ml bottle, and then there's a 5 ml bottle. The 15 ml bottle has about 250 or 280 drops, and then the 5 ml bottle has only like maybe 80, I think. So it might be 250 to 80. So it's just it's a difference. And I tell people that the 5 ml bottles are kind of just more of a sample. So they'll go fast if you start using them. And then I make sure to hit that point. And, you know, and everybody has their own price limit and their own price budget, and that's fine. I mean, you can't tell people, Genevieve, come here. Come here. You can't tell people, you know, how they're going to spend, but I just try and emphasize how much this is going to be for your health. And for me, I couldn't put a price at the beginning. You know, it's hard to adjust to, but you know, your health is your best asset. So this is a, you know, great way to just be an adjunct to exercise and a healthy diet and healthy living, and just trying to rid your body of toxins and harmful environment. So if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and then I can go ahead and try and address those as well. Okay, thanks.